plot and June's edition of our vlog.
Done, you're a vlogger now. Hi everybody, happy Friday and welcome to our June and probably first vlog about our plot. Today we're just going to do a little bit of a plot tour, talk through some of the things we've got in. We're going to paint a planter, this planter, because there's not a lot of room in our shed at the moment. It's don't know if you can see in there, kind of full up of everything. And we bought this planter from the Facebook marketplace, and a guy brought it around and built it for us, but it hasn't been treated yet, so we're going to paint it
a nice shade of purple pansy. It's pretty bright, and then we're just going to do the outside edges the same as what we've done the shed in, like a bit of a grey, so it looks nice and bright. Going to get some strawberries in the top bit and some hanging flowers in the bottom bit, and we're just going to do it to get a bit of space in the shed because at the minute it's pretty busy in there.
And the weather's nice today.
Yeah, so we've got a weekend of nice weather. So, and it also says the summer solstice today, isn't it? June the 21st.
Yeah, that is today.
So we've got the most daylight hours anyway. So
we can stay all night till we get to the pub. Anyway, enjoy this episode.
I'm Perry.
I'm Frankie, and our dog Lottie is not here because it's too hot for her to be out in the sun today. So she's at home on the balcony. This is a little introduction video to introduce people to our channel, explain why we have an allotment and why we're making videos, for you to get to know us better. Perry, why do we have an allotment?
So I used to have an allotment previously, but it was getting hard to manage after an injury I had. So we got this allotment that was quite local. We've been fortunate that the previous owners looked after it pretty well. And it was just somewhere through my injury I was able to come and just relax and do a bit of gardening and get a bit of fresh air, and generally just be outside. Since then, since I've had a lot of time off work, I've been reading up and doing a lot of research on the garden, and it's a big hobby of mine, so we're going to be spending a lot of time up here. It's also something we can do together with the dog, get the dog outside. Yeah.
Yep, it's about 5 or 6 minute walk from our home, and there's lots of nice walks we can do with dog walks, and pop up on the way around and get something to eat for our dinner and then pop back home again. So it's perfect for us, and an active, healthy lifestyle.
So hopefully we'll do monthly garden tours and any tips, and probably do like a plant of the month as well, what's doing well.
Star of the week.
Yeah. And we'll also show you some of the bad things, so we don't want to show you all the good, and hopefully you can pick up some things from there.
Yeah, when we were first getting our plot and we weren't really sure what to do, we would go to YouTube and see what other people had done and have a look around some of our favourite channels, plots and things that they're doing, and Instagram as well, and that's been a really big help for us. So we thought it would just be nice to share our journey with our family who are far away, and anybody else who wants to come along for the ride, we welcome you.
Otherwise, if you haven't got the internet, you're just stuck. We've got 2 amazing neighbours and their gardens are perfect, so we pick up tips off them, so it'd be nice to share them with you because they are possibly retired, over 65, not very in sync with technology, so
and don't,
their secrets are kept with them.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, and we've got the help of my granddad, Perry's mum helps us, my mum helps us, so we've got lots of people. We're very lucky to have that support because Perry couldn't do a lot of the physical jobs when we needed to do the digging over or building our lovely shed, and so we're very lucky to have my family, and my brother came to build the shed for us, otherwise we would still be sitting on a pile of dirt or 2 old sheds that we'd smashed up. So yeah, we're really lucky and fortunate to have lots of people to help us, and we're hoping that the internet will help us too.
Alright then, so what we'll do now is take you around the plot and show you around.
Okay, so it's the halfway stage for our planter. As you can see, we've done the purple pansy on the sides and on the inside, so it's protected. And then we're going to do the outside, this sort of grey colour that we've got down here, maybe tomorrow. because we're going to go to the pub soon. And Perry has managed to crawl into the gooseberry bush and is trying to
Can you see us?
yeah, trying to pick all of our gooseberries. We've got how many bushes here?
We've inherited 3, and then we've planted one of our own because we didn't know how much. This one looked a bit past its sell-by date, so we've just left them to go and see what we've got. And then if you look at the basket, we've got hundreds of gooseberries.
Yeah, so we thought we might not get so many, and this is the second day of picking gooseberries, and as you can see, our tree is still pretty full of gooseberries.
If you're going to buy like a new gooseberry plant, I think about how you can pick all sides of it.
Yeah,
it gets quite difficult. And, the thorns are pretty sharp. And when I pruned the gooseberry before, I had like little spelks in us for like 3-4 weeks after. I just couldn't get them out. So if you're going to plant a new one, think about where you're going to plant it
and how you're going to
end up like this.
How you're going to get to it. So whilst Perry's doing that, I'll just give you a little bit of a taste of the view we are treated to up here. It's absolutely beautiful evening. There is nobody else here. We are the only people on the plot, and it's 7:30. There's our little shed all messy. Won't show you that yet. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. There's no one around. Just picking our gooseberries, painting our planter.
Apart from me.
Okay, so as you can see, we've painted the planter 2 different colours. We just need to do a little bit of tidying up on the front. But now, what Perry, with his stapler that I borrowed, is going to do is line the inside of the planter with this plastic so that the wood doesn't rot and everything.
Just use old multi-purpose compost bags as well, because they're nice and thick.
So we're going to staple them in, and then we're going to plant up all these lovely plants in it tomorrow. Okay, so as you can planter progress. We managed to find some peat-free compost. Yay! So it is literally like 35 degrees out here right now. It's so hot. So we're only going to do the planter job today because no one's got time to look like this outside. So Perry is filling the planter with our compost, and then we've got, that way, a whole load of different plants put in. Some that will be trailing, some strawberries, and we went to the garden centre and bought a few little flowers to add a bit of colour, and yeah, we'll show you some pictures when we are all finished with the planter. So we're just going to put our butternut squash in, and what you need for this is a spade, dig your hole. We've got some nicely rotted down manure that we've had since October, maybe October. So this is nice and crumbly. Then you need your watering can because we don't have running water on our plot, so we have to collect all our rainwater. So what we're going to do is put the manure in, and then we're going to give it a good soak so that there's lots of water in the hole rather than putting it on the top. It's just going to evaporate in the lovely sunny weather that we're going to get this week. You obviously need your plant. Here's the one we grew earlier, and we're also going to make this bottle. I'm going to put holes with a nail in the bottom of the bottle. I'm going to put that down into the roots of the butternut squash, and then the water should slowly give some of our butternut squash water, and then we'll show you one that we've done earlier so that you can see it. Okay, so I've dug my hole already. I'm just going to get a nail and push it through the ends of the bottle just to make a small hole on each one. Don't do this unless you're supervised by a responsible adult. Our plot neighbours are on their 10th can of the day, so they're our responsible adults for today. Okay, so there's the holes, and you can see it won't really come out, but if I was to take the lid off, all of the water would come out quite quickly. So I'll just show you. Example A. So
Next we're going to do manure in the hole first. And just going to get the plant ready. Now we've got our hole dug. Going to put manure in the bottom of the hole. Just pour it in. Give it nice. It's nicely rotted down. Make sure it fills the bottom of the hole. Just pour all of it in. Yeah, I'll put all of it in. There you go. So, make sure that's all in. Okay, so now I'm going to give that a good soak so that when nothing evaporates out. Water soak in. There we go. Right. Just give the roots a little bit of a, not too much movement, but just a little bit so they're not so rigid. Make sure there's a little bit of hole for you in the middle. Pop them in. Now, bindweed. Don't leave any of that in there. I'm going to get my bottle and I'm going to put it so that when I'm going to put my bottle in, so that when I firm the soil down, only really the top of it's sticking out. Sorry, I'm distracted by the barbecue singing. It's nice to have some allotment entertainment. Get all the bindweed out if you can, if you see any. Right, and then I'm going to push it down. Ooh, leaf. Push it down nice and firmly. Don't try and bury your bottle as well, so you've only got, so the sunlight doesn't evaporate it before you want it to. And there we go. Nice firm press down, and I'll give him a quick water just to really soak him in. Thought we would give you a quick tour of our plot, but first we wanted to show you this beautiful view that we pay £12 a year for. That's right, folks, for only £12 this all could be yours. Except it takes a lot of hard work, so put that too. But we only pay £12 for our plot because there's no running water here. So right down the bottom of the field, if you can see, they have a bath system that's been built in, and it is literally a trail of baths all the way down so that they can collect water that comes down from the stream. And they have big water butts there that they fill up so that people who don't have their own water butts or water system or only a small amount can take some water from there when they need it. So you have to get here early in the summer, otherwise it's all gone. So set your alarms for water o'clock, which is 5 AM. I'm joking, I don't get up at 5 AM. Ever. So this is the start of our plot. Perry and I wove this fence here out of raspberry canes, and we'll try to make a video for that. If you guys would like to see it, be link in a description box below. So this is my favourite bed because this is the flower bed that Perry let me plant, and I just planted any flowers that I liked the look of, to be honest with you, and I bought them mostly at the car boot sale, so I didn't pay a lot of money for them, but I think they look really nice. And we had tulips in here and like bulbs, you know, that you plant in the autumn to come up at spring, and it was a beautiful spring flower bed. And then I know you're supposed to let the tulips die back, but I didn't because I didn't have time, so yeah, just hoiked them out and just put new flowers in. And then we have about 10 dahlias in there, and they range from ones we bought at Wilkinson's to ones that we got at the seed swap, which was about this big, and the man didn't know what it looked like. It's just a mystery dahlia, so hopefully we'll have some really lovely flowers from that this year. In the far corner of this bed we have, come with me now, I'll show you, the herb garden. So we started with the normal mint and basil, and we've got our lavender and buddleias at the back, and then we went to a talk at the Newbury Flower Show about gardening for well-being, and we picked some of the herbs that were recommended to us there. So we have lemon balm, we have rosemary, chamomile for sleeping, we have a really nice orange thyme, pineapple mint, purple basil, and some chives. And so this is our little herb garden, and we put the ones that spread, we've sunk them into pots in the ground so that we don't wake up one day and there's mint everywhere. We advise you to do the same with your mint.
So this is the experimental bed. So we're just going to have a little try with things. So this year we're going to try outdoor tomatoes, and fingers crossed we don't get blight. We've just got our sunflowers for the sunflower competition on that side, courgette, and then we've gone for about 10 to 12 different varieties of outdoor tomatoes, and we'll see how they get on. You can see a couple of orange flowers there, that's the marigolds, and we've just planted them as like a bit of a companion plant as they deter some of the green fly, I think. And we've also tried interplanting some carrots to try and make best use of the space. So in between each row of tomatoes we've got a row of different types of carrots, and then to deter that a bit more companion planting, we've planted some onions, because onion fly deters carrot fly and carrot fly deters the onion fly. And down at the end we've just recently planted some chilies, so we've got some hot chilies and some sweet chilies, some peppers. Just a bit of an experiment, see how it goes. Like I say, hopefully we don't get blight this year, otherwise we'll probably lose the whole crop.
Don't say it out loud.
So further down the plot, this is our shed. It's not ready for a bit of a tour yet, so we'll wait till we get that sorted before showing you. This is one of the sunflowers, already taller than me, didn't take much. We've got an archway, so we looked around for archways, and we found this one was the best, because a few of the cheaper ones are like really flimsy. A couple of sunflowers again. So in this bed we've got 2 apple trees. Both aren't doing too well, so we're not sure what's the matter, maybe scab or rust, but we'll look into that. We've got some butternut squash, and we're going to show you a bit of a video on that soon. Another squash, and this apple tree possibly got canker, as you can see on here. There's not much growing up that way. And then we've got our little pea bed, so we're trying some purple peas, not sure what peas, and then the normal green peas, which don't seem to be working as much, or are being eaten by the slugs a little bit more. Next bed.
Next bed.
Just spraying my beans, aren't they? The beans have been getting loads of black fly on, so we've chopped the tips off and been spraying them with just washing up liquid, and that seems to get rid of most of them. Around side the TP we've got runner beans that should climb up, and also interspersed with some dwarf beans, so they'll stay nice and low. Red and white currants, we got them a bit of a bargain from B&Q in the winter time. I think we got them both for like £2. And then we've got another prominent feature, which is the pear tree, currently going through the June drop, so it's just dropping through them now. You probably can't see, but there's quite a few pears on there. And then in the corner we've got 3 green gooseberries, and then we've bought a red gooseberry, so that's not established yet, but we're getting plenty of gooseberries to make gooseberry fool and gooseberry jam out of. Just one thing with the gooseberries, just make sure you net them, because like up here there's loads of pigeons and they'll steal them.
So the next bed along is one of the favourite beds, the raspberry bed. It's a little bit wild because we did cut them back, and then we had to cut them back from in there and in there and in there because they popped up everywhere. And we also made a little bit of a rookie mistake in that we put both autumn and summer raspberries in together, not really reading about it before we'd done it. So I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine and we'll have loads of raspberries, but at the moment it just looks a little bit chaotic. But when everyone's coming to our house and getting raspberries in their yoghurt, no one will be complaining, and neither will we. Next is our little salad bed here. So we have kind of like pick and go salads in this nice netting that we created, and Perry cut the tops of bottles to start the more specific lettuce off. And then the grab and go lettuce, we've got 2 nice rows here, and we have got some, this is purple spinach, that we got from obviously the car boot sale. Where else can you get yourself purple spinach and a rake at the same day? And yeah, and then we've got a rocket plant in the corner there, but he looks a little bit sad. And this, of course, is our amazing rhubarb. We've had lots of crumble already, and we're hoping for some more for Sunday lunch tomorrow. And then behind me here is another favourite bed of mine. This is our strawberry bed. We were a little bit concerned about it at the start of the year because we inherited this plot, obviously. We didn't know how many strawberries they would have, and they didn't really look like they were flowering, so we're a bit worried about them. But lo and behold, we've got loads of strawberries, and we've had at least 3 bowls of them already. If you'd like to go on our Instagram page, we put some pictures on there. It's at UKAllotmenteers. If you follow us, we love chatting to people on there about allotments and the things that go well and the things that go wrong. So please follow us on there and comment and let us know that you followed us so that we can follow you back. Everybody loves to be followed.
So this is our root vegetable bed, and this starts a bit of the rotation system that we're going to get going. So we've got like leeks, parsnips which have done really well. That was the Gladiator variety, I think, from Mr. Fothergill's. Yeah, we've got some Swiss chard that needs thinning out. Beetroot, onions, carrots and onions again, like what I said before, so about the carrot fly and the onion fly. And then this will start our rotation system.
So this part, every allotment has one. It's a dumping ground. We've got our rhubarb mix that we've been making to use. We've got the bath, which we'll fill with strawberries next year, but it's got water at the moment. Compost tumbler, because reuse, recycle, hashtag. And this is something that we've left to show you, this terrible bindweed problem that we have here. It is literally everywhere. If anybody knows how to get rid of it, other than digging 5 feet down into the ground, I'll pay you £5. I'll be grateful. So this is our final bed of our plot. So we've got 4 different varieties of potatoes here. As you can see, they're flowering nicely. We didn't quite trough them up as much as maybe we should have, but there's always next year. Then we've got our manure tub, which is there for now, which will be relocated in the summer. And over the back there, we're going to plant pumpkins, white and orange ones, and finish. Enjoy the view. Fade out. So, that's our plot tour finished. We hope you enjoyed it. We've been here since 9 AM this morning, and it is 9:29.
Last one's on the plot.
So we're going to get a takeaway and eat the gooseberry four we made yesterday with all our gooseberries. We hope to see you again on our channel. Please subscribe and like. Comment us down below if you follow us on Instagram, or if you find us on Instagram, or give us your Instagram, and we'll follow you.
We'll maybe do the shed tour next time. See you later. Bye.
Ciao.